Yeah, comes on everyone. Hope everyone has gone through the notes. Let's start off with the problem. So we have a person here. We have a boat here. This is 10 meters. Boat is also 10 meters. So this person is throwing stones with speed u at an angle theta. Right? So case 1, if theta is 45 degrees, so angle is fixed. Find u if stones fall in the boat. Now think about it. If I throw very slowly, what will happen? The stone will fall here. If I throw little hard, the stone will fall here. If I throw a little more hard, then the stones will start falling in the boat. Right? And then if you throw a little more in the boat, little more here, and if a little more, then it goes out of the boat. That means there is a range of speeds. You can't throw too fast, you can't throw too slow. So find all those speeds for which the stone will fall in the boat. Same thing, reverse. Now let's say if u is 20 meters per second. Find theta if stones fall in the boat. Let's get this. What are the answers for velocity? Yeah. Nee, Janil, that is wrong. Oh, just you're right. Surya, that is wrong. Ishana, you're right. What about theta? 100 to 200? Nee, you got two big speed axes. Ahana, you got it. Nikhil, you got it. Yeah, I think most of you did get the speeds. Let's see the speed part. See, one thing is clear. So when you're projecting here, so there is a minimum speed you should throw for to fall in this boat. And this is your maximum speed, isn't it? So if you throw with the maximum speed, you'll hit the right side of the boat, and the minimum speed will hit the left side of the boat. Vihan, that's not the complete answer. So the range should lie between 20 meters, and we are assuming if you hit the edge of the boat also, you'll be inside. Okay. So this way will be u square sine 2 theta by g is equal to 20. Theta is 45. So sine 2 theta becomes 1, and this will be u square is less than equal to 200. 100. Put a root on both sides. U will be 10 root 2 to 10. Make sense? So any speed between these two, you will fall in the boat. Now, what about the angle? Now, second part, speed is fixed, angle can be variable. Anyone not clear with the speed part, please ask me the first part. You told the same thing, Surya? Maybe I read it wrong. You said 10 root 2, 20 root 2. How is that 20 root 2? Because I have to type the answer, I can't read your minds. What about the angles? You goofed up somewhere. 2 root 2 nahi aayega re. Vihan, you got it right. Half part is right. There is still more to that answer. You're not wrong, but you're incomplete. No, Shana. Theta less than 15, that's not the answer. Means you're saying if your projector is 0, you'll go into the boat. That is wrong, na? Theta less than 15 is not the right. Uska bhi range aayega. Look at the B part. Idea is the same. So your range should lie between 20 to 10. This though is clear. But this time, this is u square sine 2 theta less than equal to 20 by g. So this is 100. U will be 20 square sine 2 theta. This is 200. So your sine 2 theta lies between half and 1 by 4. So 2 theta will lie between sine inverse half and sine inverse 1 by 4. So sine inverse half is nothing but 30 degrees. Isn't it? Sine 30, this is 30 degrees. So 2 theta is between 30 degrees and sine inverse 1 by 4. So theta lies between 15 and half of sine inverse 1 by 4. This, they would give you the value, but this sine inverse 1 by 4 turns out to be 22.5 degrees. That means approximately. So that whole value, right, theta, will lie between 15 and 11.25 degrees. Sine inverse 1 by 4 has to be given. If they don't give, you can leave the answer in this. Now, the mistake some of you did is you forgot theta and 90 minus theta also give same range. We have to include the complementary angles. That means the other end of the angles will be theta should be greater than equal to 75 degrees and less than equal to 90 minus half of sine inverse 1 by 4. Isn't it? Theta 90 minus theta will give the same range. So your answer would be theta, this half of sine inverse 1 by 4, comma, 15 degrees union 75 degrees, comma, 90 minus half of sine inverse 1 by 4. You can leave the answer in sine inverse 1 by 4. That 22.5 is not a standard result. They have to give in the exam. So there, if you try to put that, I think that comes out to be how much? 88.75? So 75 to 88.75 and 11.25 to 15.
78 point.
Behind 78. There. So within that range, you will be falling into the boat. So some of you forgot the complementary angles. Check it out. Because you could have thrown into the boat like this also, no? You could have thrown it like this. You could have thrown it like this. In higher arc, it would have still landed. Check. Easy question, but yeah, little tricky. Proper mains level. Any doubts on this? Next one. Turn in the page. So we have an incline here. This point is 0, 0. Someone projected with speed u at an angle theta. This thing goes and hits the incline at 3, 4 while traveling horizontally. A particle projected from foot of the base with u and theta. It's the incline at 3, 4 while traveling horizontally. Find u and theta. Any ideas? In the question, there is one word which is the whole hint. No, it's not 53. 53 is this angle, na God. Tan alpha 3 by 4, that this is 53. That is the angle of the incline. I'm not asking you that angle. Let me tell you one thing. Look at this word horizontally. Now you tell me during projectile motion, when does the particle go horizontally? There is only one time it will travel horizontally at h max. So if you look at the projectile motion, so u and theta, the particle travels horizontally only once at h max. So indirectly it is given 3, 4 is h max. So this distance will be r by 2, which was 3. This was h max, which was 4. There, you got all the data now. Start solving. Find u and theta. I hope everyone got that idea that if you don't figure out that the point is h max, you can't solve the question. You got r and this thing. So put h max value, range value, and you're done. U is root 730. Yeah. So h max is u square. Sine square theta by 2g is 4. Range is u square. Sine 2 theta by g is 6. So if I divide h by r, u square will cancel. Sine square theta by 2, and this will be sine 2 theta, and this is 2 by 3. Sine 2 theta is 2 sine theta cos theta. That turns out to be tan theta is equal to 8 by 3. And how to go from tan theta to this? Tan theta is opposite side by adjacent side. So this is root 73. So from here, I get sine theta is equal to 8 by root 73. And we know from there, u square sine square theta by 2g is equal to 4. So u square sine square theta would be 64 by 73. And this is 4 to 80. 8 tens are 8. So u square would be 5 by 73. 73. Yeah, 730 by 8 ka root. You can simplify further, but yeah. Cot inverse 3 by 8. Yeah, same thing, right? Tan cot. Check it out. So just a matter of substitution. Sine 2 theta is 2 sine theta cos theta. I skipped a step there. You want, I'll write it down. Check it out. Easy. That's it. Once you figure out that is the H max, it becomes easy from there. Next thing. Let's do something more practical. One. Let's say you had a fight with your friend and you're pretty angry on him. You decided to throw stones onto his house. I mean, practically, isn't that what we do with friends? No? Anyways, so we have a window here. You decided to throw a stone inside. Projected with you at an angle 60 degrees. So the stone goes up and then lands inside. So the 10 meters is the distance from the window to the point of projection, and height of the window is 5 meters. So find u if the stone goes into the window. Let's get this. Easy one. How do we do this? 10 by root 3. Why are you guys getting such a good answers, right? Did you guys assume that is H max? That is not H max. Like I keep saying this always, get the data first of all. What is the data here? See, your initial point of projection is 0, 0. The window coordinates are 10, 5. Now look at this. I know x coordinate, I know y coordinate, I know theta. I want to find u. Is there any equation which has all these 4 variables? That's why you always think, what data do I have and where does it fit? Which equation fits all the data? Y is equal to x tan theta minus gx square by 2u square cos square theta. Equation of trajectory. Isn't it? There, substitute x ka value is 5, tan 60 is root 3, g is 10, this is 10 square, x is 10, na? X is 10, this is 5. By 2u square cos square 60 is 1 by 4. 5 cancels on both the sides. 2 root 3, this is 500 into 2 by u square. Shifted everything this side, so you get up with u square. That would be 1000. No, I cooked up something here. This is 200. That would be 400 by 2 root 3 minus 1. So u is equal to 20 by root over 2 root 3 minus 1. Check it out. Nothing there. Just substitute and you get the answer.
Sir,
हाँ बोलो जा.
sir, I tried to use the formula that displacement in the x direction would be the component of u
You-
in the x direction time, and I got them both in the form of u, and then I solved for u. I got an answer.
नहीं, you must have messed up the calculation. एक बार याद करो, how did we derive the equation of trajectory? What you said now, we did the same thing for equation of trajectory, isn't it? We found time from here, from this, and substituted here, and we got the equation of trajectory. So what you did, you went back to the basics. So you did nothing wrong. You must have messed up the calculations. You should get the same answer.
Okay, sir.
हाँ, तो check करो एक बार. What you did was right only. Actually, you derived the equation of trajectory. All clear with this? Now let's see something good. Now all these are like mains level questions, mains and bits. Today your seniors ka counseling ka final first round tha. Results were out. There were few surprises, but we were fine. The girl, this Trisha, she got 8,300 something. She got IIT Bombay civil. Compared to last year, she jumped around 700 ranks. 4,500 people took Guwahati and Roorkee chemical. IIT Bombay में boys के लिए कुछ नहीं मिल रहे 4,000 में. So there, girls, you guys have a big advantage. And इतना बड़ा advantage भी नहीं है actually. If you see the boy who got 4,500, उसका score 176 था. This was 4,500. The girl who got 156 was 8,700 something. That's the 20 marks ka difference, and the ranks went up by almost 4,000. The girls, you have that much advantage. So let's see. Next one, say. From yesterday, so that is only what is happening. Everyone is sending, said this thing I got, that I got, this I got. So we have a particle projected with u and theta. Now here you're projecting with a constant speed, but you can change whatever angle you want. You can project with 1 degree, 10 degree, 90 degree, anything you want. A particle is projected with u and theta, right? Constant speed u at any angle theta. You can project however you want. Now find theta if area under the curve is maximum. Let me explain you what it means. Let's see, you can throw like this. You can throw like this. You can throw like this. So there are different ways you can throw with different angles. So this will be the area under the curve, agreed? So among all the angles, there is one angle which will give you maximum area. So basically that shaded area. What is that angle? So if you're throwing particles with different speed, a particular angle will give you maximum range. Sorry, maximum area. Is my question clear, everyone? Meaning, just to give an example, देखो, if you throw theta 90, क्या होगा? You'll go straight and you'll come back on the same line, right? So what is the area? 0. If you throw with theta 0, this will go in a line. So that is also 0. Means theta 0 is 0, theta 90 is 0. Somewhere in the middle, you're getting maximum area. And theta 45 will be the first option. You'll mark it, you'll get -1. So now find the actual answer. I know, first thing, most of you got that feeling now, 45 karke. It's not 45. We solve karo. Let's not do any astrology here. When I teach you astrology, I'll inform you. You guys can come and join. We will sit and predict answers. For now, it's a physics class. That's all. Anyone who didn't understand the question, please ask. So for different, u is constant, theta is variable. For different angles, you get different parabolas. Out of all the parabolas, there is one particular parabola with the maximum area. What angle was that? Try. I'll give you 3-4 minutes. Think for a minute, then I'll tell you something, then I'll give you 2 more minutes. Why will I write the equation of the parabola? Lazy person, you didn't revise. This was the equation of trajectory. Abhinav is guessing. Let's not guess, solve. Forgot again the equation of trajectory. Last class we wrote a full table, nare God. Dekho. Here. These are the 2 forms you have, na? You can use any one of them. Don't forget. Let's solve. Don't guess, God, Abhinav. Solve karna. If you solve, you'll get an answer. Why are you guessing so much? Chalo, first thing I'll tell you. Can you find the area's function of theta? Let me help you with that. Nee, Daksha, that's not the answer. First, let's find the area under the curve. Without that, you can't find at what theta you're going to get a maximum area. So u and theta. So I'll use the equation y is equal to x tan theta into 1 minus x by r. You can use the other one also. This thing just looks more compact. Nee, Pratik, that's not the answer. Then at a distance x, we'll take a thin strip. Isn't this how we started the whole integration curve story? Dx. So for that thin strip, what is the area? So this height will be y and that will be dx. So the area will be length into breadth y into dx. So therefore the area under the curve will be integral dA, which is integral y, which is x tan theta minus x square tan theta by r into dx. What are the limits? X ka value starting from here 0, 0 and ending here, which is r, 0 range. So the limits will go from 0 to r. So if I integrate this, I end up with x square by 2 tan theta minus x cube by 3r tan theta. Limits are going from 0 to r. Substitute there, you end up with r square by 6 tan theta. So this is the area under the trajectory, which is r square by 6 tan theta. But remember, r itself depends on theta. So what is r? R is u square sin 2 theta by g ka whole square tan theta by 6. So this is u power 4 by g square. This would be sine square 2 theta into tan theta. This is your area. Now I'm asking you to find the maximum value of this. Maximum minima, na? How do you find maximum minima of a function? The first differential dA by d theta is equal to 0. So one integration, one differentiation. Now fine. Try. I'll give another 1 or 2 minutes. So once you have to find area as function of theta, then you have to see which theta will give the maximum value. So you have to do maximum minima. Please have a look at this page. Any doubts on this, ask me. That is the equation, isn't it? Area under the curve, integral y dx. Projectile motion, calculus. This is how questions will be framed. This would be a proper advanced question. Daksh, give it a try. Any answers? Now it's more of a max ka thing. The max area independent of. Yan, you're asking the wrong thing. For a particular theta, there's a maximum area. How can you get theta in that? After putting theta ka value, you'll get a maximum area, right? How can you have again theta inside? See, how to do maximum minimum? So A is u power 4 by 6g square sine square 2 theta tan theta. So maximum minima ke liye first differential should be 0. So dA by d theta, this is u power 4 6g square. That is anyway constant, push it outside. Then sine square 2 theta, product rule, d by d theta tan theta plus tan theta will be outside. Now differentiate sine square 2 theta. This guy should be 0. This is sine square 2 theta. Tan theta is sec square theta. Sine square 2 theta, we have to use chain rule. That is something to the power of 2. So 2 times sine 2 theta, then differentiate whatever is inside. That will be again sine 2 theta differential. So here one sine 2 theta will go off. This will be sine 2 theta, cos square theta, 2 tan theta. Sine 2 theta will be cos 2 theta into 2. So this will be sine 2 theta cos square theta shifted that side. This will be minus 4. Sine theta can be written as sine theta by cos theta and cos 2 theta. I can write this sine 2 theta as 2 sine theta cos theta. This would be cos square theta minus 4 sine theta by cos theta cos 2 theta. Sine goes off here, cos goes off here. You're left with cos 2 theta is equal to minus half. That means 2 theta is 120 degrees and theta is 60 degrees. Someone did guess the answer, but they didn't know how to do. Check.
Sir,
Now we have.
sir, first we had to integrate the equation of trajectory, and then we had to
Yeah.
differentiate it. So
Right.
can we like just directly use the equation of trajectory and substitute everything in terms of theta?
What you're talking, God. You're integrating with respect to what? X. You're differentiating with respect to what? Theta.
Okay, sir.
You're not
So that's
integrating
why-
and differentiating with the same variable, na?
Yes. Understood.
So,
हाँ रे Daksha.
sir, I actually used the formula for area of parabola. So that was 2
What
by
is the
3
formula area for parabola? 2 by 3?
2 by 3 base into height. So
2 by
the
3 base
would-
into height, that will be r into h, na?
Yes, sir. Sir, so
You'll get the same thing.
the-
So ये क्या होगा? U square sine 2 theta by g. This is u square sine square theta, na? U square sine square theta by g. Come again?
sir, I assume actually H I was not sure what it was. So I just assumed
Isn't
it
it?
to be H max.
हाँ तो पता नहीं exactly वो h क्या है. Figure it out once. Because I'm not getting the same equation here, na? Or am I getting?
Sir, so
Tan theta नहीं आ रहा है.
H.
I don't know exactly what is that h actually. वो formula मुझे idea नहीं है रे. I need to figure it out. So that parabola na, when you say the 2 by 3 h, exactly I don't know what h and what you're talking about. I don't know that formula. So all got this thing? But check it out, meaning find out what is that h. See, I'll tell you one thing. After doing that, na, Daksha, you should get this thing. If you got this, then you're right. That much I can say. Okay? So I think somewhere the 2 by 3, which we are saying that h is something else. Maybe that is not h max, I guess. I'm not sure exactly what is that. So check out that
Okay.
thing where you learned it. Na? Check it out again once more. All clear with this 39? Next one. So there, that's a good question. Even at an advanced level, that will be like a moderate one. Because frankly, if you see, this is actually more max-oriented question than physics, isn't it? The physics got over moment you wrote this thing. Then it is just pure brute force max. We did nothing there. Next one, we have a building. We have a building. We have a building. Height h. Height h. Height h. This is projected horizontally. This is projected with u at an angle theta. This is projected u at an angle theta. So here T1, T2, T3 are the time of flights. So here the speed is V1, here the speed is V2, here the speed is V3 when they land. Find time of flights T1, T2, T3. And speeds V1, V2, V3 when it lands on the ground. So V1, V2, V3 are the speeds when it hits the ground. There we are doing the building of problems. Generally, this is how I would prefer. If you're doing, you do all the cases at the same time. You will get an understanding what is different in each case. Let's find the time of flights. Speeds we can do then. First one you throw it horizontally, second you throw it up, third you throw it at an angle down. Let's get them. Find range also. Find time of flight, range, and the speeds when they hit the ground. Try. You got 2 minutes for each. Try. Give it a try. I'll just get some water and go. Let's see the first one. Right, Ishana, you got the first one. Mihan. Yeah, you can't use the time of flight. Range formulas are not valid for this. The particle is not coming to the same level of projection. Let's see the first one. Listen carefully. Getting the data is the most important thing. So when you're projecting it horizontally with u, ux is u, uy is 0. Now see, the point of projection is always treated as origin. So this thing goes and lands on the ground here. That means this point, the height of the building, this would be minus 0, minus h. This is r, minus h. So what is the vertical displacement? What is sy? Minus h. Be careful with that. And remember, the time is given by always only the vertical component. So we are using the equation sy is equal to uyt plus half ayt square. Nothing changes. Whenever you want time, the only thing that will help you is the vertical direction. Up positive, down negative. I don't care how the particle is going. In the vertical direction, the displacement is minus h. Minus h, the vertical velocity is 0, minus half g t1 square. So we get t1 is equal to root 2h by g. It's a good formula to remember, but remember, valid only if you throw horizontally from a building. And what is range? Sx is equal to ux t plus half axt square. Sx is r, ux is u only, there's no u cos theta here, and t is time of flight, root 2 h by g. And ax is anyway 0. That's your range. Clear? For the speed, I'll teach you something else. Let's find range and time of flight for now. Speed, let me teach you something else. Speed, I'll teach you in a much faster way. Now, can you do B and C now? Any doubts on case 1? Please ask. Try case 2. Adi, clear so far? Ahana, clear? Navya, got this thing? Purvaja, clear, na? Ojas, Surya, Nikhil. Easy, na? Chal, let's keep going. Get the B part.
So can you show the second page once?
Yeah.
No.
Daksha.
So these results are standard formulas, right?
They are standard. I'm taking all variables, but if you ask me, don't remember them. Learn how to derive. कितना formulas याद करेंगे ना? But if you know the standard process, what happens? It will be easy. You can remember up to an extent, but see, you can still remember this. But remembering B and C, I don't think it's a good idea. Meaning they're not that simple, easy ones. If you mess up one sign, one symbol somewhere, whole thing will go for a toss. Exam, you won't have guts to. Happens a lot, right? I have seen that exam, if people forget one single term, the whole thing will go for a toss. Let's see the B part. But then again, it's up to your confidence. I don't trust myself. And I have a rule for myself. If I can't derive something in 45 seconds, I will remember it. That's it. So see what works for you. I'll project with u and theta, and this is h. Now you go up and land on the ground. Remember, the point of projection is always the origin. The point where you land on the ground is r comma minus h. Story is still the same. Now horizontal velocity ux will be u cos theta. Vertical velocity uy is u sin theta. Sy is uyt plus half ayt square minus h u sin theta t2 minus half g t2 square. You got a quadratic. We get t2 is equal to u sin theta plus, take the plus root, negative goes off anyway, u square sin square theta plus 2gh by g. The range would be the horizontal velocity into time of flight, which would be in this case u cos theta into t2. There you can leave it like this. Check. Nothing changes. If you remember, this was the same thing we did even in 1D motion when we are throwing from buildings. Same the equation, just everything became sy, you became u sin theta. How to do the third one then? If you're throwing down, same story. This time you'll be throwing down. This will be uy, which is u sin theta. Remember, this will be minus u sin theta because it is pointing down. This will be minus. Nothing changes. That displacement is still minus h only. This will be T3. This will be T3. This will be minus sign. This will be T3. There. And if you take a negative sign, time will come negative record.
Okay, sir.
Nah,
So like,
then the time can't be negative in this case. Nah. Time negative meaning it had, if this had been a full projectile, it would have reached the ground here. Now Max doesn't know, you're throwing from a building. Max will simply think you throw it from somewhere here and you're asking to study from here.
sir, but haven't we kept the displacement as minus h that indicates that we are throwing
What
from a height?
indicates?
So the minus h in the equation.
So what does it indicate? It is going down. What does
So for
time
the
negative indicate? The particle is going back to past. And then doing what? It will kill Hitler and come. Something like that.
Okay.
We don't want to invent a time machine now. That was a confusion. Why would you take S negative but time can't be negative? Something like that.
No, sir.
क्या था doubt? बोलो ना.
Sir, I was confused that like if we put minus n means why are we getting
If
a
I
plus
put
sign?
there is just because it's a quadratic equation, there are two roots.
Sir, one of the roots doesn't make sense.
One of the root doesn't make sense because that was saying if this had been a projectile motion from here,
Okay,
what
sir.
did you ask? Tell me, what is a quadratic equation trying to find? Find the time when you reach the ground. That was the thing. Now, Vihan, don't think in terms of physics. Look in terms of Max. You told Max, find me when did you reach the ground. Now, Max doesn't know you're throwing from a building. So, Max will assume you started from somewhere here.
Yes, sir.
So, it gave you the two times. But this time would have occurred in the past if you start this as T0.
Yes, sir.
You get my point?
Yes, sir.
It's like this thing, see. If I say today is year 0, when were you born?
Sir,
Minus
16
15 years, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Minus 15, minus 16. So your time becomes negative. Something like that.
Yes.
All got this? Now, what about the speeds? Now, speed scale, you can do something interesting. Now, see, I can find the speeds in a normal way. Let me show you that also. So let's say you project with speed u, you go and land on the ground with the speed v and angle theta and the height is h. Now, this is not projectile motion, but you learned this in school. Loss in potential energy is equal to gain in kinetic energy. So when the particle is falling from a building, how much potential energy did you lose? mgh. How much did you gain? Half m v square minus half m u square. M will cancel everywhere. You end up with v square is equal to u square plus 2gh. We get v is equal to root over u square plus 2gh. Interestingly, the answer is independent of theta because energy doesn't depend on what angle you're throwing. So v1 is equal to v2 is equal to v3. You throw with any speed, you'll get the same answer. Now, if you want to solve this with projectile motion, this is how you solve. This is your ux, this is your uy, this is u cos theta, this is u sin theta. So Vx is equal to u cos theta. We know Vy square minus Uy square is 2Ay Sy. So Vy square, this is u square sine square theta. 2Ay is minus g, anything down is negative, this is minus h. You end up with Vy square is u square sine square theta plus 2gh. So speed is nothing but root over Vx square plus Vy square. You can clearly see u square cos square theta, u square sine square theta will be 0. I mean 1. And there, that's your answer. That would be a little lengthy. Alternate method is using energy. If you just want to find the speed on the ground level, energy is the fastest way. You can forget about theta, it doesn't matter, because energy doesn't care about the angles. But you want to do with projectile motion, then you have to do Vx separately, Vy separately, and then square them and add them. You'll still get the answer though. Clear? So for all the three cases, the speed will be same. Any doubts on this?
Sir,
Oh yeah.
sir, could we like use the if we can find out time of flight, then can we plug that in the equation of u cos theta I
कर सकते
cap?
हो, कर सकते हो. But वो
So
time
that
भी कुछ अच्छा नहीं आया रे. The time only was looking so weird.
yes, sir, that is.
And the most important thing in this now, in this we get a result here which you need to mug it up. T1 square is T2 into T3. Remember this? We did in 1D. It is still valid here also. If you take the time T2 and T3 for the B and C and multiply, you will get T1 square. The exact same thing we did for 1D motion also. It works here also. This was the standard result. This result is even valid for when you throw from buildings. So do mug it up, because this exam you won't have time to derive this. Standard result. This is independent of H and independent of speed. Throw with the same speed, height of the building and theta.
So can you show the last page? Thank you.
Any doubts on this? All clear? Let's see a question. Devansh, clear, no? Daksh, got this thing? Daksh, please adjust your cam. Make sure your face is visible on the screen. Next one. So we have a building of 160 meters. You are throwing with a speed of 20 meters per second. Angle is 60 degree. This thing goes and lands on the ground. It hits the ground with speed v at an angle alpha. Find range, time of flight, v and alpha. V is the speed when it hits the ground and alpha is the angle with the velocity vector on the ground level when it hits the ground. Speed is the easy part, right? Get the rest. Time of flight. Alpha is the one I'm more interested in. Root 3 plus root 35. I don't remember the answer, but yeah, I think it looks something weird. Let's see. Yeah, I think range you're getting right. Devansh, Daksha, I think that is right. Let's see. So divide this into components. So this guy would be u cos theta, which is 20 cos 60, so 10. This is your ux. So uy is u sine theta, which is 20 sine of 10 root 3. So time of flight, there's nothing that directly go back to the equation in this thing, vertical direction. So this is 160 meters. So this particle goes there and lands on the ground. So minus 160 uy is 10 root 3 t minus half g t square. Maybe I should have given 30 degrees, I guess. That would have been given a decent number, maybe. Okay. Minus 32 2 root 3 t minus t square. That's root 140. That is 35 into 4. That's your time. Range will be ux into time of flight. There. What about the speed? Alpha, there is a much faster way to do it. Speed ke liye we can do this again. Loss in potential energy is gain in kinetic energy. mg 160 half mv square minus half mu square is 20 square. M cancels everywhere. This would be 1600. V square by 2 minus 200. V square will be 3600. V is equal to 60 meters per second. Now, when I ask you alpha 30, नहीं रे, इतना अच्छा आंसर नहीं आएगा. Can you remember all the formulas you have with alpha? How many formulas are there for alpha? Tan alpha is that u sine theta minus gt by u cos theta is there. Is there any other formula? It is there in this page. Can you find out? It is there hiding in the last corner crying. Can you see that? There is one more formula for alpha. U cos theta is V cos alpha. So that means if I know the final speed here, I can write U cos theta is V cos alpha. Still valid. U cos theta is 10, V is 60, and cos alpha. You'll get it in single step. That's your answer.
Sir, in that formula, could you
Which
like
formula?
U cos theta equals to V cos alpha? Could you just explain
Hmm.
what alpha represents here?
So what is alpha?
Sir, so it should be the angle between U cos. Okay. Okay, sir.
You should have just seen the notes. You would have found it. You didn't read the notes. Clear?
Okay.
Alpha is the angle made with the velocity vector. So if this is the velocity vector, this is the horizontal. ये alpha है ना. So this is the thing. This is the thing. ये alpha. तो ये भी alpha है ना. Alternate angles, opposite angles. Sure.
Sir,
What is
but
alpha?
sir, but if we use the formula of tan alpha, which is on the top right, same ही answer आना चाहिए.
सेम ही आएगा ना. बट तुझे
But in
tan में
terms
आया,
of
मुझे
tan,
cos में आया. तो कैसा कन्वर्ट करना है? Cos alpha 1/6 ना. तो ये √35 है ना. आ गया ना 10. But that must be a little lengthy ना. टाइम डाल के सब करना पड़ेगा. But you would have got it.
Sir,
हाँ देवांश.
can we use tan alpha as h max by r by 2?
Where did you learn that?
नहीं ऐसे right angle by.
ये राइट एंगल ट्राइंगल जैसा लग रहा है तुझे? So you're saying ये एंगल will be alpha. ये alpha होगा, ये alpha होगा.
नहीं ये पूरे के लिए h max by r by 2.
What is h max here? This one.
Yes.
How will you find that? And why will that be equal to r by 2 again here? Arre, this is a curve now, God. This is not a straight line.
Okay.
How are you making a triangle for a curve? Right? See, suppose if I have like this, if this angle is alpha, can I say tan alpha is h by r? So basically on Earth, right, we still don't have that max. We use regular, on Earth, the triangles are straight. But maybe on your planet, if you have triangles like this, then you're a highly advanced civilization. So please forgive us this puny humans. We don't have such high technology. Just tu bolo. Which alien you want?
No, sir. I was saying we can get V in I cap J cap form, and can we do
Tan
the dot?
theta v by vx. Dot product क्यों करना है तुझे, God? You'll do dot
But
product with whom? With which vector?
with I cap, we can make X and Y. X will be the ground. We are
तो वही
getting
हो गया रे. End of the day, you're just going to a round off actually. Same thing हो गया ना. The moment you got, see, I'll tell you one thing. You got velocity. You
yeah.
got Vx. You got Vy. Tan alpha is V by Vx. Why you want to do I cap and J cap?
Okay. All right.
Meaning, isn't that the same thing as resolving into components, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, like that. Clear with this? So there, today's class is very innovative. We have a time machine. We have an alien technology max. So let's see. Your seniors do sometimes, huh? Stupid things they do. There's one guy who got an answer 10 by 4. Did I tell you this? Okay. And options mein, there's a 5 by 2, something, something, something. He's like, sir, there is no option like that. He left the question and came. Actual J advanced exam. Mein. And that he is not an idiot. Huh? He scored a rank of 4,400. अभी क्या करेंगे बताओ? People do such kind of dumb things. There is this one thing happened recently. This thing, recently, 1 or 2 years back, I was teaching them about gravitation. Okay, the concept was, I said there is a sun here, there's Earth here, so Earth is going around the sun. So I said, the sun is attracting the Earth with a gravitational force, something like that. And I said there's a centrifugal force. We will learn that. Then I said, are there any more forces? Then one student said, "Ha, sir, there is one more force you're forgetting." I said, I was confused. I said, okay, which force? She said, sir, you have to put mg also, na? Meaning, if you understood the joke. Then I said, okay, who is giving m into g? Then she started thinking. She's like, ha, shit karke. Then it suddenly, it happened. It's a habit, na? हमको mg डालना आदत हो गया, तो अर्थ में भी mg डाल देंगे. So can't do anything. People do such things. In that flow, na, we do all dumb things. My favorite mistake is this: 3 into 3 is 6. I did this in the final chemistry paper and came. इस बार मेंस में भी हुआ था. 12 minus 4 is 16, integer question में. And this guy scored 99.56 percentile in mains. So people do such things, so can't help it. So let's say something little different. So we have a particle, u and theta. So this is r by 2, where r by 2 is the range. So when the particle is flying here, the gravity is g. So as it is flying, once it crosses the h max, so at this point is h max, the gravity suddenly becomes 2g. It's a weird planet. So it won't follow the regular path. So it will go and land on the other side at a distance x. So gravity becomes 2g after particle crosses h max. Meaning the right side is 2g, left side is this thing. Find x. The questions will be like this. The moment people see gravity changing and all, people get scared and they leave the question. That is where you should take complete advantage of it. When the question is more weird, you just need to calm down. It is weird, but think about what is happening, because 99% people will run away there only. You should always think like that. How do we give me the answer in terms of r? Okay, r is the that half range u square sine to theta by g. Answer will be options in terms of r. R by 4 नहीं रे. Let's see, r by 2 cos theta. Theta कहाँ से लेके आए God? See, once it reaches the topmost point here, what is the speed here? U cos theta. What is the height here? H max. Because see, left side is still it is regular gravity only, na, which is u square sine square theta by 2g. And the gravity has become 2g here. So can I say the whole question has become, answer is r. Abhinav, let's think logically, yeah. When the gravity is g, you went r by 2. Suppose agar यहाँ पे भी gravity g है ना, you would have traveled r by 2, isn't it? Now you tell me, if the gravity has become 2g, do you think it will travel more or travel less?
Sir, it will travel less.
So answer should be less than r by 2. इतना तो guess कर सकते हो.
Yes, sir.
That is how you eliminate options. You're getting it. So that's what I'm saying. It's okay if you don't know the right answer, but you should know when it is a blunder. So the whole question has become like this. We have a building where this is h max and someone is throwing horizontally with u cos theta. And I'm asking you to find range. Isn't this how the question changed? And the gravity became 2g. And just now we derived what is the time of flight for this formula? 2h by gravity. But remember, gravity became 2g. So this will be h by g, which is u square sine square theta by 2g into g. That would be u sine theta by g root 2. So the range will be u cos theta into time of flight, which is u cos theta into u sine theta by g root 2. So this will be u square multiply and divide by 2. This will become u square sine 2 theta by 2 root 2 into g, which is r by 2 root 2. That's your answer. Is that making sense, everyone? So just change the entire question into a simple projectile from a building. Because once you cross the boundary in the center, I don't care what happens on the left-hand side. The whole question has become like you're throwing a building with u cos theta and the gravity is 2g. Anyone, any doubts on this? Please ask. Clear? Next one. Clear, na? Ishana, Daksha, clear? Arya, Abhinav, Adi, Daksh, Jainil, Pratik, Arnav, Vignajit, Vihan. Perfect. Next one. Let's say the planet has gone more mad. So we have a mad planet. So particle is projected with u and theta. As it is flying here, so exactly at r by 2, the gravity is g. Once you cross the boundary, gravity became horizontal. You're getting? So once you cross that boundary, right side of the gravity is left side. The left side of the gravity is downward. The right side of the boundary is minus g I cap. So draw the path of the particle, draw the trajectory and the time of flight. This is a good question, right? Matlab, people see this and get scared, but if you actually think, you'll find a very beautiful answer. Let's get this. Again, I'll tell you one thing. I'm not teaching you anything new. I just taught you the basic 3 equations. But you can see the kind of weird questions we are doing. This is what is important. Aap concepts kitna bhi pad lo, notes take and read 10 times, nothing will happen until unless you solve. It's all about application. How do you apply the same standard stuff in all weird situations? How will we do this? Think. Just give it a try. Right, Vignachit. Idea तो वही है. You got the logic right. Right side. Why will you consider G as U cos theta? Right? U cos theta is velocity. How did that become G? नहीं विघ्नचित, तेरा आइडिया तो राइट है, बट I want the full time of flight ना, ग्राउंड पे आने वापस. नहीं वो just see the path everyone. So here in this region you will fly like this. Once you reach H max, your speed becomes U cos theta. Okay, gravity is like this. Now look at in this region, the gravity becomes G. If you can just rotate 90 degrees, can you see this has become a 1D motion? So this will go straight and then it'll again come back, isn't it? Doesn't it become like a 1D projectile? And it'll come back again with what speed? It'll come back again with U cos theta. Then again it will go back the same way and land at the point of projection. It goes and comes back the same way. Is this making sense? Once you cross the right side boundary, the projectile, it becomes a 1D motion. हाँ दक्षा बोलो ना.
So could you repeat why it's in 1D? On the
अरे
other
गॉड, this is U cos theta, this is G. सिर्फ ऐसा रोटेट करके देखो ना. U cos theta is up and G is down, isn't it? Straight line हो गया ना.
side? Yes, okay.
Is this making sense, everyone? बस हो गया question. Then, so for this one, what is the time of flight? Time of ascent, na? So from here to here, it is U sine theta by G. Then to go and come back here, you're going with U cos theta. This is like a 1D here. So this is 2U cos theta by G. Then again to come back, time of descent, again U sine theta by G. Therefore, the total time of flight will be 2 times U sine theta by G plus 2U cos theta by G. Easy? So this is a question where if you figure out, it is pretty easy to solve. Is this making sense? Check it out. So it's like going up and coming down. This thing is like 1 and this is another 1. So Vignachit, got it? Idea was right. You didn't calculate the red one car time. Ojas, got this? Surya, clear? Ansh? Arnav? Puroja? Clear, na? Nabia, got this? Ahana? Ishana, clear? Vihan, got this? Perfect. Now, same thing. Let me just modify the question a bit. Let's say You're projecting with u and theta. Let's say this left side of the boundary, the gravity is g, and let's say this distance is r by 4. And this side the gravity is g. Can you draw the trajectory? Just the trajectory, meaning how will the path of the particle look like approximately? Meaning assume there is no ground. This is 3r by 4 means I'm not putting exactly at h max. I'm giving before h max and after h max. So in both the cases, draw the trajectory. How will the path of the particle look like? Approximately you can draw. काम कर लेते, color कर लेते. This side का G. So left side I will draw the paths in red and this side I'll draw the paths in green. Approximately कैसा दिखेगा path? Try करो. I'll give you a minute. Then I'll show you. No, it won't come back to initial position. It'll be like a water drop. Let's see. They go left side, right? When it goes. Now understand one thing. It is like this, right? Meaning it has still not reached H max. So while going here at this position, this particle is still going like this. Agreed? It is still climbing up. So once it climbs up here, now see gravity G is this way. So this will go like this projectile. Na? The parabola will become that way. And then once it comes here, this velocity again this way. This will again come down like this. There is no guarantee it will come back to the initial position. Clear with this? That itself is another question. Find u if it comes back to the initial position. It will be pretty messed up. Calculations are tough. I tried once. But you can do that. But did you get the trajectories? There will be 3 parabolas. Now can you do the same thing for the right one? So this thing goes, then still goes up, and then comes down. So on the right hand side, the gravity is horizontal. So this will be this parabola.
So can you go to the previous one? Yes, sir, done. Thank you.
इसमें क्या होगा? This guy has already reached h max and see now it is coming down. So velocity will be this way. So from here, this will go like this parabola. Then this will go like this. Clear with the trajectories? There. I hope everyone got the paths how to draw. Each section will be a parabola, but there are 3 parabolas here. You can play around like that. Any doubts on this? Now, I'll give you 2 homework problems. So make sure to try them because they are good ones. They'll take time. I want you to give a proper try and then come. particle is projected with u and theta. At this point here, x is equal to 0. So x coordinate. The gravity here, g, is equal to g naught x. G naught is a constant. Meaning, look at how the gravity is. It's not constant. When x is 0, gravity is 0. When you go a little forward, gravity increases. When you go a little more, gravity increases. When you go a little more, gravity increases. Gravity increases and gravity increases. Are you getting how gravity is bumping up? The more you go horizontally, the more gravity you experience. So this is again another weird thing where the gravity increases. G increases as we go forward. This is a proper advanced question. Even for your seniors, even in 12, this is still a difficult one for them. These are the kind of questions, I'm not saying, you will get these answers or something, but when you try to figure out and learn, that is when your concept becomes strong. It is not that you have to get the answer, but the very act of trying to figure out what is happening and thinking will make you strong. So find range. So give it a try. Next class is on Tuesday. So you have time. Don't sit and try for 1 hour. That's a waste of time. Try for 10, 12 minutes. Nahi aaya, chhod do. Next day, think about it a little more. Next day, think about it a little more. Like that over a span of 3-4 days. You spend like 10 minutes, and that would be a better way of utilizing time. Find range, time of flight, and H max. See however it works, right? But I hope the question was clear. The next one. So 44, 45 will be homework questions. Next class, when we meet, first thing we will be discussing them. So do give it a try and come. There. Just to give an idea what is happening here. There is a pole here and there is a bird here. And you throw a stone at the bird. The moment you throw the stone, the bird also started flying. The stone goes like this, the bird is flying. The stone goes like this, the bird is flying. The stone comes and hits the bird here. Okay? That is the story about this thing. So you can read through this, you understand. I gave you a little basic understanding, now you understand. Abhi question ye tha, find the ratio between the horizontal velocities of the bird and the stone. So what is the speed of the bird and this thing u cos theta ka ratio? That was the question. I'll leave the diagram here. You guys try to think and figure it out. Exam mein, they'll give you like this only. They won't explain the diagram like I did. So you figure out this much from here. So these are the 2 homework questions. So do try them and come. These are pretty good ones. This is a calculus based question. This thing is a regular projectile, but you have to visualize the situation here. Then next class, when we catch up on Tuesday, we will discuss them. Okay, so with that, we'll wrap up for the day. So next class, when we meet, we'll do more problems on projectile. Mostly projectile, we should be able to wrap up. If it gets extended a bit, we will maybe next week we'll finish off projectile and we'll start off with relative motion maybe. Anyway, so with that, we'll wrap up for the day. Hope everyone has given the exam. There's a deadline till night 11 o'clock today. So if you have not given, make sure to give.